Okay.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Here at Indy Wrestling Q&A, my name's Jason Neville. This is Andy Vineberg. How long have you been in the wrestling business?
Jason, I've been involved in wrestling, believe it or not, for about 25 years, since I was 14 years old. I started around the Maryland area. Started when guys with like Axel Rotten were starting out, guys like Joey Maggs. There's a company called UIW, ASWA. That's like before you were even born, you know? So I've been around a long time. I was the guy that just worked behind the scenes there for quite some time. So that's what I did.
So have you ever been trained to become a pro wrestler?
No, I had one match for the EWA. Had a show a long time ago. Jim Christian and Ruckus against Derek Frazier and myself. And I pinned Ruckus. So Ruckus, I'm 1-0 against you if you're watching this. We had a match, but I've never been fully trained to be a wrestler. I've had managerial experience, as you know. That's what I'm doing now. I can tell you about that too if you want, whatever you want.
So how did you think of your character in the ring?
You tell me. Tell the story. Look, when I'm in that ring, before I walk out to that curtain, Jason, as you know, this is show business. And I'm Andy Vineberg that you see right now is the Andy Vineberg that goes around every day. You know, genuinely a good guy, I hope people think. But when I walk through that curtain, a light switch goes off, and that's when I become Andy Vineberg, the asshole. You know that because I kind of gave you a hard time.
Yeah.
I had to kind of set you straight. But that's that means I'm doing my job. That means people believe what I'm saying, believe in my character, believe in my abilities, believe in the guys that I manage, and I enjoy that.
So describe some of your managerial things.
I've worked with some great guys. You know, I did some things in the past. Back in Pittsburgh, I did a little bit. I was mostly a behind-the-scenes kind of guy. I worked for ECW for 7 years behind the scenes there, when it was the original ECW. You can sit here all day and I can tell you stories about different wrestlers and different wrestling in Maryland that I've been a part of. But I can tell you, Jason, that the managerial thing is something fairly new to me. I did it a little bit when I was in Pittsburgh. I just lived in Pittsburgh for a little while. I did some there, and I kind of put it on the back burner because ECW got started and I wanted a break. And wanting to do it, I just wasn't sure when the right time was. So now I'm at this new chapter in my life where I'm getting bookings to be a manager, and I'm really enjoying doing it.
So outside of pro wrestling, what's some of your hobbies?
I have a million hobbies. I'm involved in a lot. I have a son that plays a lot of sports, so I coach some of his sports. I'm big into The Walking Dead. I like that TV show. You watch that?
I haven't gotten into it yet. I mean,
it's a fun show to watch. I enjoy that. I'm into, I like running. I like trying to stay in shape. I like watching wrestling. So I try to stay involved as much as I can in anything.
So if they offered you a job in WWE today, would you take it?
I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, I have a great job. Right now, for myself, I have a great job, and I have a son. So for me to go on the road, it would be tough for me just to go on the road. Why, you think I have to make that a video cut?
Some managers out there.
I appreciate that. So you never know. I mean, if that happened, we'll see what happens when the time comes.
I mean, you were kind of like an old school kind of manager.
Yeah, I try to be the old school kind of guy.
There don't have many managers anymore.
No, it's like a dying breed, but it's starting to come back. You know, you see the Paul Heymans now. You see Zeb Coulter. You're starting to see some of the guys come back. I try to be that old school mentality because that's what I grew up watching. When I was a kid growing up, there was Bobby the Brain Heenan, there was the Grand Wizard, there was Captain Lou Albano. There was a million guys out there that I used to watch.
You just lost one of the best, Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer is one of the best, absolutely. You know, so you know, going back, thinking about those particular days in wrestling, managers were the voices of the guys, a lot of the guys, and that was a big '80s thing. I used to love watching Captain Lou Albano and so many, Paulie Dangerously when he was doing his thing. Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South. So many guys. The list goes on and on. How many great managers there were in wrestling. I just try to bring that '80s wrestling back. I want the fans to hate me. I don't want them to hate me. You know, I want them to want to like you and I last week. Was it last week at the show? Was it 2 weeks ago? You and I were ready to fight outside. You know, you didn't know it was part of the act. But yeah, it's all part of just. Like I said, when I'm in there, if the light switch goes off and I'm out here, I'm Andy Vineberg, the dad, doing my thing and enjoying life.
So they made a movie about Andy Vineberg. Who would play you and what would the title be?
Oh, man. The title would be... Oh, man, you got me on that one. You stumped me on that one. The title would be Dreams Do Come True. And I would hope it would be somebody. Maybe you could play me.
I don't know. I was thinking that the guy that played Al Bundy. You kind of do remind me of him.
Put your hands in the. I can walk in my hands in the pants.
Yeah.
But guys like in Maryland, it's funny. I just want to say, guys like Brian Hardy. He let me go out there and give it a shot to be a manager, and I was obviously able to take the ball and run with it. So I gotta put Brian over in that regard. Definitely, Brian was one of the guys that gave me the opportunity. Now I'm here tonight. We're at ACW, and these guys are giving me another opportunity with a little bit of a new twist to the Andy Vineberg character starting tonight, which I think everybody's going to enjoy. But just taking all the knowledge that I've had so many years of professional wrestling, Jason, from the days of the early Maryland days to the the ECW days. I still have contacts in WWE. Been around a long time to see wrestling and learn the business, and I'm really happy that I could come out here and entertain.
This concludes Indie Wrestling Q&A with Andy Vineberg. Once again, I'm Jason Howell. Check me out on YouTube, Facebook.com, Indie Wrestling QA. You can look up Andy Vineberg on Facebook. Videos on YouTube, probably.
They're on there, I think. Yeah. You can find Andy Vineberg. Do a search. Do a Google search.
That's pretty much it for this video.
Thanks for having me on.
Yep.
It's a pleasure.